Let's get started this evening. All of our county directors, please come up to the front. And we'd like to first welcome everybody and thank everybody for coming out this evening and visiting with the county administrative staff, and especially hearing Mayor Alameda's thoughts this evening. The time, we know the time commitment is we're taking from your time, but we appreciate the interest and all your input you have. This is a special community. It's the northernmost point of the Big Island. What a special designation. And we know tonight we'll have some great discussion. The Mayor Alameda, when he gives his introduction, he'll explain the ground rules and the framework as to how we'll proceed going forward, and we'll just all share each other, respect each other, and have a real productive evening. So with that, we'd like to recognize our county councilman for this district, James Hustis. Please, James, stand up. And I know you didn't come here to hear me talk, so without any further ado, Mayor Kimo Alameda.
All right. Wow, thank you so much, man. Whew. What a nice crowd. I feel like this is Kohala against St. Joe or something. No, it's good to be here. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for voting for our administration. I'm so happy and honored to be able to serve you folks. It's been from my parents' time, always trying to give back, trying to solve problems. And so here we are, and Kohala gets some problems, but there's also some solutions too. So just some ground rules real quick. So we get about 1 hour to just have this kuka talk story kind of as a group. And then the last half hour, you can hit up any one of my directors. Maybe you get a Pox question, boom, you hit up Clayton. Maybe you get one question for the police, Officer Chopé. Maybe you get one question for civil defense. We got, he's not Talmadge, but we got Bill over here. He can help you too. He's very well versed in public safety. So how the thing gonna go? I'm probably gonna start this side. So it's like everybody get one question, and that's fine. But you cannot have one second question until everybody get one chance to have their first question. Because that's fair, huh? That's fair, that. Okay. And then, if start getting, for some reason, maybe get argumentative or I start feeling vibes, which never happens, but you never know, huh? So just in case, then we'll just end the talk story. We'll end the group talk story, but then you still gonna get plenty of time for hit up any one of these guys. You can hit up me, so that half hour at the end is important for your specific questions, because not everybody ask questions in a big group, eh? So here we are. Here's our team. This is our 7th community talk story. I never wait to right before the election, Nah, just joking. Right? Hey, if you really care about the community, you got to hit them up right off the bat. Right? I like to know what is the main issues right off the bat. So at least I get 3 years for try to fix them. If I not can fix them, then you get one choice between me and whoever else run. But I make them one point where I work hard. I like our team know that, hey, we in it to win it. I'm super competitive, and I like do you good. So when I heard some of the issues right off the bat, second week on the job, somebody said, the Kohala lights wasn't working for, since then I can remember. I was like, well, how hard is it for fix? Oh, you just got to go you just got to go hire one contractor. And somehow it doesn't get up on the list. So let's put it up on the list. 2 weeks later, boom, the contractor out there. Now you get lights, baby. Yes, sir. Same thing with the Mahukona. I say, hey, when we're going to move on that, right? We're going to demolish the building. We're not going to demolish them. Let's go. Oh, I don't know. Get this paperwork, that paperwork. Boom. Well, let's just finish the paperwork. Now it's demolished. Now we can look at the next phase. Thank you very much. So you know what I mean? Like I said, we only get a short window to make an impact, and we're trying to hit them as hard as we can, as fast as we can. So I was over there at the pool, and I wanted to make sure that when that pool going to reopen, from October was closed. How long gonna take, So hey, thank you, community. Thanks the community right there, But man, hey, that pool is holding on one like, it's very old. It's very old. We look at the pipes, but it's working now, so count our blessings, but we gotta have a plan B for that. Kapuna like swim in the morning. We get on lifeguard. We're gonna need one more. Parks and Recreation hiring right now. And so we're moving forward on that. So that's good. Okay. The next thing is roads. So I get on call from Miss Winnington. She said, Kimo, Opolu Road. Can the county take it over? And I was like, oh, so took Bill. Later on I introduced them. Took Bill, went down. Hey, beautiful, the old Coast Guard Road. Oh, get view, everything. Get on nice trail, get Kamehameha, get on Kea'au over there. Even get one monument for the Puerto Ricans. That's awesome. I was like, hey, right on, this way they came from. Okay, now I know all the Santiagos. That's a joke. So, hey, so you know what, that's some beautiful place. So we look in the archives. I talked to our corp council. And I says, hey, what is the deal with this road? Well, you know what, that's on state property, so maybe we should talk to the state because that's a state trail. It's not a county trail. So boom, I get on the phone to talk to the state guy. I said, man, you guys should take over this road. We can help support you. Oh, I got to check with the higher ups, boom, boom. Check with the higher ups. He said, I think we can. So that way, you can prevent the private guy from buying them and put it on gate, now you know more access. If the state buy them, the state oversee them, guarantee you can get access. And you know us, we like access to our Kea'au, okay? I just saying. So, that's good for that. Opolu Road. I try to hit up all you guys' questions, so hey, after this, we just go eat. Okay, so, and then you get other kind of roads. You get roads like nobody know who own them. So, I get a couple calls. When I was on the campaign, they said, Kimo, Union Mill Road. Oh, boss. Right by the post office, going down. So did some research. You get a private guy, he owned the top, but so he kind of want paved, but yet he never paved where he no own. So who gonna catch the rest? So I talked to our new acting director for public works. Put your hands together for Neil Azevedo, everybody. Neil's man of few words, but Baga can work. So now that we took over Akoni Highway, we can extend them, and Neil wants to get that road for you guys. It's only one short one. I'm gonna work with Neil. Gotta make sure it's legal though, so we get our attorneys, and if everything, all the paperwork play out, we want to fix that for the folks who gotta go up and down that road. So so thank you. So okay, the other issue comes up is the Kona. So we took a cruise over there, so you get the winch. And so you get small kind one issue between the boaters and the swimmers, but you know that winch was made for the boaters. So we got to figure out. So okay, wait. But we got to figure out how to make room. So if there's an opportunity for make room and swimmers can swim, then that would be great. And that's where I come in. You know, this is why I think I make a pretty good mayor, because I'm a psychologist. My whole life, I just was solving everybody's problems. Okay? So, like in Hilo Bay, the canoe paddlers, you know, Hilo Bay, they wanted their time, and then the jet skiers wanted their time, and then the swimmers wanted their time, and then the longboarders, they wanted their time, and then now you get the kind skateboard, surf kind, the thing just go off for a while. Everybody liked their time. And it was kind of like so contentious, like I thought they was going to scrap even, like, oh. So what we did, this is just so you guys know, a while back, I walked into this by accident. I walked into the wrong room. I see plenty of tension. And one of the guys there said, hey, Kimo, help us solve this problem. So I said, what is the problem? So just like that, right? So we do an easy problem-solving model. The kind, what is the problem? Oh, we like share time, okay? Can we solve this problem? Everybody agree? Oh yeah, I think we can solve this problem, okay? Let's talk about some solutions. You go, and I had somebody write on the board. And the problem, and that's the third step. After that, and the key is nobody can judge the solution. So my one solution might make you irritated, but you can judge them because third step, no judgment. So you put all these solutions. Fourth step is when you judge. You give them one plus, if that's one awesome solution. You give them one minus, that's one junk solution. And you give them one check, if not bad. So you get all these solutions and everybody plus, minus, check. At the end, which is the fourth step, we select the pluses. So that's what we did in Hilo. We select the pluses. This group can go in the morning, that group can go in the afternoon, this group can go on the weekends. Hey, we combine them. And then we try them out for 2 weeks. If no work, we come back, we reevaluate, go back again. Like there is ways for solve problems. And we don't solve that problem until today. Well, how that problem was solved is they put up on board and was our glass kind and then had on schedule. Now they don't need the schedule because it's all memorized. This is like 6 years ago. So if you get problems in the community, it is solvable. You just need somebody to help you walk through. Somebody who knows more other emotions that's tied to them. So if you guys get that kind of issues, we can help. Okay, so we're not here for really come up with plenty solutions because I just here for getting a good sense of the problems, right? And then the next year and a half, we're going to be working on those solutions. So that's what has come up so far. Now I can introduce my staff. So let me introduce my managing director, Bill Brahante. Thank you, Bill.
Hey, good evening again. Thank you.
And before Bill passed it on, so I'm a psychologist, so I have to get somebody who's one attorney. So Bill's one attorney, okay, making sure we stay out of trouble. But he also worked under 8 mayors. I thought it was 5 mayors, but then we started talking stories. It was 8 mayors, like all the way back from Shinichi Kimura. Nah, just joking. No. So he comes with that kind of experience. So that's why when you guys voted for me, you never just vote for me. You vote for this team right there. And this is one all-star team. They can win states. Yeah. So what do? They're going to introduce themselves, and then we can go from there. Go.
Good evening, Diana Nakagawa, Finance Department. We also have our Real Property Tax Administrator, Lisa Muir, here tonight.
Good evening, Corey Stone with Department of IT. I'm the director.
Hi everyone, I'm Clayton Honma, Director of Parks and Recreations. With us I have Melissa Samura, our deputy.
Yes, sir.
I have James Komata, our Parks Planner. I have Roanne Okumura, our Elderly Activities Administrator. We also have Kekai and Renee from our gym and Pono as well too, so thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Renee Schoen, Corporation Counsel.
All right, and hey, Corporation Counsel, fancy word for attorney.
Keith Okamoto, Manager for Department of Water Supply, and with me tonight is our Deputy, Kavika Uehara.
Aloha mai kākou. I'm Benson Medina. I'm the Director of Research and Development, and with me tonight is one of our food specialists. I'm not sure where she is, Leslie Nugent, who's up, one of the people who work with Uncle David. Yeah.
Aloha Kohala. My name is Merrick Nishimoto, Deputy Managing Director under Mayor Kimo Alameda, and I'm based in the West Hawaii Civic Center.
Aloha Kohala. My name is Bill Hansen. I'm an Administrative Officer at Civil Defense. Nice to meet you.
Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Martin representing Mass Transit, and we have our program manager as well, Tiffany Kai.
Aloha, Craig Kawaguchi, Deputy Director, Environmental Management, and tonight you also have Gene Kiamas, who's the Acting Solid Waste Chief.
Hello everybody, Daniel Volpe, Deputy Fire Chief, your fire department.
Aloha, I'm Kea'au Costa. I'm the Housing Administrator, Office of Housing and Community Development, and our Assistant Housing Administrator, Keiko Mercado. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Acting Director for Public Works, Neo Azevedo, and get some of our highway guys here and there up in the hill. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Matt Runnels, Administrator for Animal Control.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Jeff Darrow, Planning Director for the County of Hawaii. And with me this evening is our Deputy Director, Michelle Ahn.
Aloha Kohala. I am Major Thomas Chope for Area 2 Operations, which is the west side of the island. And with me tonight is Captain Kurashigi, your Kohala District Commander.
All right, very good. And then I got some executives too. So how we break up our administration is in pods. So we get the public safety pod. That's like fire, police, civil defense, animal control, prosecutor's office, and then liquor control. So that's public safety. And I put one executive in charge, kind of like, not in charge, but more like the liaison. Because, you know, myself, Bill, Merrick, we cannot be everywhere. And that's plenty departments. So that liaison is kind of like the communication guy between those departments and us. And that's Cliff Victorine. Cliff, raise your hand. He's a police officer and he very ma'a to public safety. And then on the Parks and Recreation side, the services, so we get services to you guys, Parks and Recreation, housing, transportation, and Office of Aging. We got a woman, she's not here tonight, but she's part of our team. Her name's Erin Samura. And she's coming in and getting a good sense of all the community. So she's not here tonight, but the other department is what I call the infrastructure department. This is like the building. So planning department, Department of Public Works, Department of Environmental Management, and water. Like you need all of that for build on house. And I put it somebody who is one engineer. Just so happened my deputy managing director is an engineer, Merrick Nishimoto. So he making sure, so you know why? Because you might get questions and sometimes you cannot hit up the directors, but you can hit up the liaisons. So anything about building, boom, you hit Merrick. Anything with, Parks and Recreation, you can hit up Erin guys, okay? And then we get the last department is department that helps the other departments, like IT, like finance, like HR, like research and development. What else? That's pretty much it. Like Oscar, which is kind of like you get Benson Medina who looks at business, kind of like economic development, economic sustainability, and then we get one office, environmental sustainability. And she's not here today, but her name's Laura Ocasio. So everything makes sense, okay? Everything gotta make sense to me, how things set up. Or else, it's like on basketball team, right? You gotta have, everybody gotta know their role. So I got on coaching hat too, so I kind of throw the coaching inside there. But so that's how we all operate, okay? So now we're gonna go with questions. I'm gonna start from this side, and I'm gonna make my way this way. So here's the deal, I get to hold the mic. Because, hey, had one talk story. One brother was talking, he wouldn't dig out with the mic. He was so mad. So I was like, I gotta hold the mic now. So you share your question, I repeat the question, and then we have one of us can answer them. Also, if it's one statement, because what we realize too is some of you guys, you no more questions. You just get statements. You just get opinions. Okay, you already know the answer. So if it's a statement, just say it. It's a statement. I don't want a question. Okay, that's fine. At least you're honest. All right, so we're going to start down here. I'm going to work my way back. Be patient down there, okay? Anybody from this section? Question? From this section? Yes, sir. Go. Oh, right on. Okay. Brother had on statement. Uncle said, I just gave him a statement. I said, okay. Thank you for putting on that park lights. Hey, that's an easy one. Same thing over here. Anybody? You tell me your question, I repeat them out loud. Okay, I'm working my way. How about this group? Yes, sir. Go, Carlton. Okay, good question. Carlton said, hey, about 2 years ago, the administration came, and you guys was kind of concerned about handrails, for these bleachers. The older we get, kind of the knees didn't work too good. So it hasn't been addressed. So that's a good one. So I'd like to turn that over to Clayton. What's your thoughts on that, handrails? Some gyms get, some gyms no more.
Yeah, obviously, this gym probably needs one for the elderly, right? So we'll definitely take a look into that, and we'll probably get back to you after we get done tonight. Please come up to me. We'll get some information from you, and then we'll talk story in regards to the handrails.
Yeah, because you got to figure out where the thing would go, yeah? Probably right here. Okay? Right in the middle, maybe, no? Only need one, not just like. Then you can walk across, yeah? Okay, nice job, Colton. Oh, sorry, Uncle David, got a question. Very good, very good. Okay, Uncle said, first of all, he made a statement and a question. So the statement is he likes to thank not just the parks guys, because the parks guys doing a good job, but he also likes to thank the road guys. So apparently there's been some road activity over here. So thank you, Public Works. So the question is, Kohala, you guys is, Kohala Cowboys, you guys agriculture matter. So let me ask this. The county gets something called like one PUNK program. PONK. It's basically stands for open space. Like 2% of property tax go to this program so that we can purchase properties and nobody build on top. Because, we value open space. That's why we live here. We don't like turn into Oahu. So, and we've been purchasing properties, like shoreline kind, for protect them. If you get Kea'au's cultural sites, boom, hey, somebody tell us. Make them on PUNK program, boom, we buy them. Hey, that thing preserved forever. So the question is, we get a lot of PUNK properties now, and can we do ag on top? Can we do ag on top? You're not building one house, you're not building one building, you're just growing trees and plants and food. Good question, I don't know.
Hey, good evening. Thank you for the question. So in the charter, it's very specific on the PUNK program and what these funds can be used for. The preservation of agricultural lands is specifically mentioned in the charter on how these monies should be used. So if you want to come talk to me after, happy to talk through it, and we can talk more about your ideas about how to use agricultural lands.
So I interpret that as get chance. Get chance. Okay, somebody had one over here. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Facility, but it doesn't get much use. Is it possible to open it for community things?
This one. Okay, good question. So, Auntie said, hey, this facility, beautiful, but from her opinion, it doesn't get much use. So, the more we use them, the better, right? Because more people engage and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's some good question, Clayton. How does the use go? In the gym, how did it work?
Well, actually, we get our gym director here, Kekai, and also our rec tech over here, Renee, that schedules the use of the facility. We do have programs that go on over here, whether it's basketball programs or volleyball programs. And you also, pickleball is another one that we got to address. It's a good one too. But, again, the use, if you look at Kohala compared to many other communities out there, this facility, you get almost everything. You get softball fields, you get football, you get a swimming pool, you get tennis courts. You guys are very fortunate. We came here today. I saw this place busy with people, busy with activities, And so I know the high school uses this gym as well, too, for basketball and for volleyball. So I think this facility is pretty well used. If can get more, definitely we would like to schedule more use inside here as long as we have, time and space for that.
Thank you, Clayton. Also, heads up, I've been begging the DOE. I said the DOE, Department of Education, that state, so like pools that should be state, but the county take them, right? Some of these roads supposed to be state, but the county take them. So you've been making calls to the state, say, hey, you guys need one gym. How many more championships you got to win for give them one gym? You know what I mean? Give them one brand new gym, bro. So finally they said, I think you're right. So Kohala High School, it's on the books. You guys are going to have one gym, finally. I don't know when, because it's a state, but I know it's going to be pretty soon. So we're going to fight for that gym, Because if that gym open, now get more time here. You know what I mean? So that gym open, get more time here. Okay, I'm going to go here. Go. Yeah. So housing, that's a good question. That could knock off about 20% of this group right there. Housing. How are we going to make housing more available, more accessible? Even the word affordable housing, we know that don't fit our definition. So, it's a tough one. I got to turn it over to our planning director, I think. Where's Jeff? So it's like, you can hold that. So Jeff, okay, so housing, right? So we can do this as a tag team. So we've been in some town hall. So when I was campaigning, I was the big one who was pushing the Ohana house. I wanted the accessory dwelling unit because I get 7 kids. Right now, and 6 of them live with me. Ooh. So that's why I love these town halls. It's my excuse for get out of the house, bro. So, and the reason they live with me, and they're all adults, like they're on 16-year-old, the rest adults, and hey, they can afford, right? And I'm a doctor. So how you figure that? So can you imagine the other families? So I was pushing real hard for the accessory dwelling because and me, I get rules, right? Like no matter how old our kids, if they're sleeping in our house, they still got to follow the rules. You know what I mean? They're not going to be drinking, smoking, and all that. So, well, of course, I get one 30-year-old, I get one 26-year-old, I get one, daddy, the kind. I want adult already, but too bad. If you do your own thing, move out. But so what I realize is they don't really move too far. Like, they don't mind living right in the back because they still can come home for food like that, right? So that Ohana house concept is really, really good. So I think that would help. That would help a lot, actually. If you take all the people that we can house in the back, and you can have 1, 2, up to 3, so the rules is, but you're going to get some water issues as well. So, but that would be my solution for that. Jeff, take it away.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for the question. It is what the mayor was saying that has been addressing housing problems. The legislature, as well as the county council, has adopted laws and ordinances to allow what they call accessory dwelling units. And these are additional dwellings that you can build mostly in residential areas. Agricultural is a different story, but there are options in the agricultural district, mainly what we call additional farm dwellings, but they have to have that relationship to agriculture. But if you're in the residential areas, there has been a tremendous option that has come forward recently to allow additional dwellings without the restrictions that they had before on water being connected to county water. You can actually do it with catchment. There is the issue of wastewater, but if you have a septic system that can allow up to 5-bedroom units on it, you can add more dwelling units as long as you don't exceed that, or if you have the ability to add an additional septic system that can allow more dwelling units. I'm available after discussion to be able to assist with any questions on that.
And that's good. Thank you, Jeff. And to add to that, they had a restriction of can it be bigger than 500 square feet. Now they removed that restriction. So can be, and no could have kitchen. From what I understand, now can have kitchen. Yeah. How's that? That was good, huh? About time, there's some common sense over here. Okay, I'm working my way down. Yes, sir, Michael. You get one statement and you get one question. Can you read this? Or you want me to? You can I can read them. Okay, our going purpose is to maintain the crane. Oh, maintain the crane. Okay. So as to be used as the public asset that has been since the 60s for us now and future generations. So I ask you simply, what is your position on going forward with the crane. Mahalo for your time and consideration. Oh, right on. Hey, you write them out. That's a good idea. Okay, yeah, so I've just learned about that now. And so when it comes to this kind of questions, you know, got to ask them again because it's the same question. So, yeah, so we're going to take a look at that. From what I understand, that was the plan from the prior administration. And like I said, so from what I heard, they'll get swimmers. So I'd like to know what is that side, and is there room to do both? So that's what I'm wondering. And so if there is, then hey, what is that? That's where I stand for now. So, wait, I'm not going backwards, but I'm still going forward. I'll come back. Okay, Stephen, what is your question? Oh, statement, go.
I just want to say that since they've taken out our ramp decades ago, we have no way to even rescue our own. If somebody's waiting at Quiet Harbor with a boat and trailer, it's still over an hour to get to somebody out there.
Okay, so that's why you like the crane?
No crane, we have no
yeah, oh, that's
access
part
to
of it?
service.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is the Mahu Kona, no more ramp. Okay, so you like us to pay attention to that because emergency access is important. I got you. I'm sorry, I'm going this way. I might come back. Okay, here. Up there, go. Say them loud. Oh, the pool saga. Oh, right on, my pool friend up here. So my pool friend, he said, bro, you got to get more lifeguards. Like, what is up with this lifeguard action, right? Thank you for that. So Clayton, you went superstar tonight.
Oh, mean.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, so in the process, the hiring process is already in action. So we'll have an additional pool lifeguard here soon. Jeff Coakley also is going through the process of getting some of his certifications up to date. And he's a former guard that you know already over here. And so awesome gentleman, you know. And with that, he can at least assist with the clubs and the teams over here as well too.
Thank you, and I can add to that too. So here's what our HR is looking for. Where's our HR? Okay, we're missing our HR. So HR is creating a program where straight from high school, boom, you can be one lifeguard. They're going to train you on the job. Okay, because get plenty of high school kids looking for jobs. And so that's another way to help fill this lifeguard gap. Go.
Hi, aloha everybody. So just a quick update. So within the aquatics division of PNR, we did have the senior lifeguards from Laupoehoi and Honokaʻa work out a schedule because we need 2 lifeguards in the pool. There's no doubt. And so they worked it out where it's going to be opening Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 2. So Uncle Jeff did come to Hilo. I called him in after that Facebook post and we didn't talk sorry. And so we do have an opportunity through the aquatics for lifeguard certification. So it's called a supplemental lifeguard. So if you get certified with the county, and part of it is that the lifeguards on duty has a choice to say whether they want to work with you or not. Okay? So I told him, your son going to work with you, right? So it's not an issue. So there is a process that we do have in place to allow supplemental lifeguarding, aka volunteers who pass that class to get certified to be the second on deck. Okay, so there's always an option that we have.
Thank you. And also, I still debating the need for 2 lifeguards. I still debating that. Like in the ocean, yeah, you might need 2, but in one pool, I don't know. So that's something that I like sit down with. They don't know yet. I like sit down with them on that. But because it's 2 associations they're following. One is American Red Cross or something, and there's another one too. So I like having talk story on that too. But that's something that we can talk story later on that. Okay. Sorry, you only get 1 question. Go over here. Remember, I said you cannot ask your second. Okay.
I have a statement.
Okay, go ahead.
We raise our babies here. Go out with the Kona every Sunday.
Yeah.
Never one problem.
Yeah.
With the rain, swimming.
Oh, so there was a good chance there. Okay, good. All right, on. So yeah, so the statement is, hey, we raise our babies over here. They swim at Mahu Kona. Never had one problem before with the crane and the swimmer. So I think a chance. She said, I think a chance. Okay. Yes, sir. that hasn't been brought up supports having the crane and keeping the tradition. Okay, hey, let me ask you this. Who supports having the crane and the swimming if possible? Right on. Yeah, that's the kind of question I like to ask, because I'm not here for split the community. We're here for bring the community together. Thank you. Yes, Uncle Joe. Akoni Puni, the whole thing. Okay, Uncle made a statement. He said Akoni Puni gotta be paved because they kind of get a little bit action over there. Neil, is that our? Where's Bill? Oh, is that our? That's ours. Neil, have an answer on that.
I think about 2 years ago, we took over Akonipuli from Hawaii to the end of the road. So we're looking at paving, resurfacing, or coplain mill and fill. So that's going to go on the schedule real soon.
Okay, sounds good to me. Working our way down. Sorry, I stay over here now. Yes, at the carry.
What is the county's plan for the current economic and tourist issues that we are facing both federally and
Like what is the plan?
What's your economic plan?
Like what? They might not come Hawaii or something. What's the problem?
What is the county's plan?
Okay. So the question is, what is the county's plan on ensuring, since tourism is the biggest economic driver, right? That's where all our kids work, hotels and car rentals and all kinds of stuff, right? 200,000 jobs get. If the federal government keep the way they're going, Carrie's kind of nervous that it might cripple our tourism industry. So what is our plan? Well, people keep moving to Hawaii, so I don't know if we're getting a problem actually. But so far the tourism has continued. I think we gotta address them as it comes. But so we do have a economic development plan. So here's how I go. You follow the money, right? So pretend you're a tourist. So the first thing you go on the plane. So the first question: are there direct flights from Hilo to mainland? No. Are there direct flights from Kona? Maybe. So that's the first question. How come we no more direct flights? All right. Then the tourists then they land. Now where they go? Well, in Hilo, no more too much places because Banyan Drive is pretty sad right now. Okay. So where they go? Okay. So do they have hotels? Do we up the vacation rentals? Do we allow for more of it? I don't know. So that's the next question. But then like the hotels, they need a workforce. So how are we going to find one workforce? Well, guess what? If the workforce could afford housing, maybe we would have one workforce, right? So then we got to address housing. So how we make housing more affordable? Okay, well, guess what? We got to work with the construction industry. And what they piss off with us right now, they're not going to get the permits. So we got to fix the permits problem. So you see how everything connected. Everything connected, right? So we get on permit task force. Like we shouldn't hold the construction industry hostage because we cannot get permits out. That's our fault. That's not their fault, right? So my thing is, hey, get the permits out quick, connect and partner with our construction industry, commercial and residential. Now we get one workforce. Workforce can afford to live here. They can work in the hotels, whatever. They can work with ag. Boom. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Now we get on workforce. The hotel's happy. The hotel's happy. They provide good service. More tourists come. Hey, I never go to school for nothing. Okay, working my way down here. Yes. Yeah.
What about the Ohanas?
Yeah, Ohana home.
Old people have died.
Yeah. So that's a good question. Yeah.
And then we found so that the local people can have
Yeah. So she had more like one solution to the affordable housing. So, yeah. So that's one question. Is it possible, Jeff? You know how you get a big house, and then like everybody move out, and then and then you lot maybe it's 5 acres. Like could you subdivide it, or you built the Ohana on already? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's a subdivision question then. Yeah, can you do that? Okay, she said, can we subdivide? So let's just say 5 acres, 2.5 each. Kupuna used to live in the back because was on Ohana house before. Boom, boom. So one kid lived there. The other kid lived in the original house. Can we subdivide so we get 2 TMK so that the 2 kids feel like, oh, I own my own place? And they can pay for their own more. Or they cannot, but at least they can now if it's family. Huh? Yeah. Okay, can we subdivide like that kind of action? Go.
Thank you, Mayor. So it's not as simple to answer that. The question comes down to zoning. Whatever your property is zoned, if you had, let's say you had 5 acres and the property is zoned agricultural 1 acre, that would allow you the ability to subdivide. But if the property is actually agricultural 5 acres, that makes it more difficult. What would have to happen is you would have to come in and go through a process to change the zoning to allow for a subdivision. So from agricultural 5 acre, you would do something like family agricultural 2 acre to create 2 lots. That's something we can talk about after, but that's what we do at the planning department. We deal with zoning and subdivision, so we can help you with that.
Okay, I stay over here now. Right
Thank
there.
you.
Go, yeah. Hey, Jeff, you're the second most popular guy over here. Jeff, there's a rumor, it could be true, I don't know, but hey, can privately owned land be taken by the state? Like, what is the word? Reacquisition. Hey, you graduate Kohala. Can privately owned land be taken by the state? There's a rumor going out there. Plenty of rumors nowadays.
Yeah, that might be a rumor. I mean, I would need more details, but right off the bat, I have no clue as to what you're talking about. There's,
I never heard that one.
Yeah, we've been going through the general plan, and there's been a lot of things said, and a lot of them are just rumors, and they're not true. So if it was in relation to that process, that might not actually be accurate. Thank you.
Condemnation.
No, this is more.
All right. Okay, I'm going to work right here. Okay, good. What's your statement?
I'm staffed and operate every kind of pool there is. Okay. And there's a big mismatch between how you hire and staff and what the needs are in the community. So the question is, what she was saying, that sounds really encouraging. Yeah. Can you take that program and get people in the library, in the pools, to be there when people need them on the weekends and on holidays?
I got you. Right.
They go on holidays, go on weekends.
Right.
That program sounds perfect, but if the county employee, you want holidays off.
Yeah. Good question. Can county employees, so here's the deal. Okay, so that's awesome. So now we say we get auto lifeguards. Okay, right on. Good deal. But then can they work on the weekends or on holidays? Because that's when families can go to the pool because that's like the best time. So who answer that one? HR. No more. Bill, you used to work HR?
I'm not sure. The question is...
Can pool lifeguards work on the weekends and on holidays?
Yeah.
And the library too. So pools and libraries, because that's when families can take the kids.
Right.
Because they offer. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. First, the easy answer is libraries come under the state. So that's something, under state jurisdiction as far as the librarians. But there is situations, and we have some instances within the county where we were able to schedule certain employees to work through the weekend. And maybe they'll work on a Saturday and a Sunday, and they'll get a weekday off, maybe like a Wednesday or a Thursday or something like that. So we do have situations where we're able to accommodate, the needs of the public in that regards. But great question. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's 2 statements. So you owe me $5. No. Okay, way up there. Go. Or showers at Mahu Kona. That's what you say. And kapa'a, showers, yeah? Showers, that sounds like an idea. Okay, we heard you on that. I'm working my way down over here, you guys. Yes, sir. I thought you wasn't going to ask one question. You said, wait. Okay, oh, statement. Too much statements. Okay, go, give me your question. Right. Right. So the question is the general plan. Right, so. Right. So it's a statement, well, actually a question, like, so the general plan had plenty meetings on the general plan, right? So had plenty people testify, and some people don't like the plan, and some people, the people who like the plan, they're probably not showing up because, you know what I mean? But get plenty people who don't feel good about the plan. Now let me just tell you guys this. There's conspiracy theories going around that somehow, this is my statement, I get a chance, that somehow the general plan like create these smart cities, and somehow these smart cities is like these 20-minute, kind of like, the smart city is like you can get all your needs met in 20 minutes. So that's why people move to the city, actually. Okay, so, but the theory is that, if you make them so dense, then can be one hazard too. So like, or you're trying to control people, or, to me, that's one conspiracy theory. That's not, no more facts in that. There is some truth that, yeah, density, people who like living in one smart city, if they don't like live there, just go live in the country. So you get options. So here's the deal. We under one general plan right now. Right? We under one general plan right now. Yeah, so here's the deal. Hey, the general plan is just general. It's just one guidance. Okay, I was on the planning commission. I used to disagree with the plan. You can do that too. Okay, so you can. It's just what we gotta put something together. And if you don't agree with them, go county council, go planning commission. Tell why you don't agree with them. And I've seen judgments change when you get testimony like that. But this plan gotta be finished already because you keep postponing them and postponing them. So that's my take on that. I work my way down. We can talk stories a little bit more after. Okay, right behind, go.
The gym is being used a lot by the community,
Okay.
by the keiki, all the way to the kupuna.
Okay.
What Aunty said earlier about it not being used a lot, it is.
Okay.
So my question is, you see, roof is kind of falling apart over there.
Yeah.
Here, lights are out. Do we have funds or do we have plans?
All right, so here's the deal. Hey, you see that roof gonna fall down pretty soon. Okay, I get some problems with some lights and stuff. So bleachers. Okay, we need handrails, all of that. Okay, go.
Yeah, so actually, we're going to have people take a look at the roof to begin with, some of the leaks that's on these air vents. So, yeah, so that's one of them, right? The other thing is in our budget that we proposed this year was to have additional maintenance positions on this side of the island. So we built up parks like Waimea District Park, Pahoa District Park, Mauna Kea Park, and we already incorporated park caretakers, but we never incorporated extra carpenters, extra plumbers, extra electricians. And so in this year's budget, we're budgeting for this side of the island, a couple positions for those maintenance positions to be addressed so we can address them even more quickly. Our work orders have been backing up all this time because we only had the same staff for many, many years with all these extra facilities that we do have. But we'll be addressing it sooner, as soon as we get through our budget situation and have it addressed through council. So anyway, that's kind of
get all kind of maintenance issues. We added $4 million to the budget. I promise you can ask Diane over there. She's gonna tell you. We doubled the maintenance budget for those reasons. Plenty of places is all bust up. So we're working our way down. Okay, I stay over here. Okay, over here. Go. Okay. Okay, go. Okay. All right, hey, it's a good question. So question is one thing. One, she happy about the pool, so right on. Oh, get plenty of pool advocates over here. The second question is, so here, when people say, hey, Kimo, had money allotted, or somehow they won't put money for that, or, hey, somehow I heard that this project, that thing was funded. Let me tell you, I work with Diane. It depends on the administration. And every year, things get refunded and reallocated. So if somebody told you something was funded 2 years ago, it ain't funded. Okay, so because things change. So much projects had to be diverted 2018 in Puna when the eruption came. Every time you get on hurricane, things get moved around. Get on flood, boom, money go different places because public safety is the most important thing, right? So yeah, so I haven't seen. So we have this what's it called, CIP. These bunch of projects, capital improvements projects, that's all unfunded. It's on the list. And get one dollar amount, but no more one commitment yet. And so that's what's there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so actually for the pool itself, the repairs, a design contract has been awarded. So some of the funding is being used for the design contract. Once we get the design of what the repairs are gonna be, then we're gonna have an idea of what the total cost can be for the repairs. Then we'll go for more funding for that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, at least they're going to look at them. Now they're going to find out how much costs. So that's one step closer because, prices get more expensive and more expensive. Now we got all these tariffs. All these tariffs. It's killing us. Okay, we're going to move our way down. Right there, Carter, and then I hit you up there. Go, sir. Yeah, that's you.
Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, go.
I'm the personal bodyguard of Tony Livingston.
Okay.
And I'd like to know, can you give us your strongest possible pitch for Old Coast Guard Road?
Okay, hey, so we talked about, the question is how can we protect Old Coast Guard Road, right? Tony Winnington is a big advocate for it. And like I said, we've been on the phone back and forth as soon as I got elected. And she said, we don't like no private person buy it and put on fence, and now we cannot get access to the trails and to the sacred sites. And so, we looked at it at the county level. The feds had put way too much restrictions for us at the county. So then we went to the state, and we fought with the state, and we said, hey, this should be your road. This should be your road because that's your trail. And they said, yeah. And so that's my strongest argument for that, for giving it to the state. Okay? One more, go. We got about 2 more minutes. Go.
First of all, I know you well and your father, okay? But what I was going to ask, I got nothing against the police department. But I think that the school, those guys fly, you get their house and by Keaʻau.
What? Okay, question. Police, Mr. Shopo, sorry. Shope. Hey, I just made him in charge of the union right now. Hey, question on the speeding. Get plenty of cars just going by. They're making the kupuna all scared. Zoom, zoom. It's all the kids that. What are we going to do about that?
So we have recently had a series of promotions within our department. As recruit classes come out and graduate, we're able to fill vacant positions. And thankfully, one of those positions is in North Kohala as one of our community policing officers. So we'll have more people on available in the district out on the roads that are not tied to the radio all the time to work on traffic enforcement projects. And if you have specific areas, please come see me after. We can direct our traffic enforcement unit to come out here to do directed projects for that. So thank you for that question.
Awesome, awesome. So speed bumps? No. Okay, one more. Way up here. Go. Last one. Sir. Yeah, you.
What's happening with your administration and
Oh, yeah. TMT. Let's talk about it. Yeah. I'll end with that, and then you guys can hit up all of our directors after that one-on-one. I'll be around. There's food outside. So the TMT question. So when I started, people asked me, hey, Kimo, you for or against TMT, right? The 30-meter telescope. And I was like, well, I was one protector. I was one of the Kea'ais. I was up there with my family. But I never liked the fact that, hey, they said they was going to take down 6, take down 6. They said they was going to do this, they said they was going to do that. Hey, let me finish. Let me get the answer first. Okay. Here, go sit down. You can have my chair. Okay. So I said, hey, I'm not, because I had over 80 talk stories. And I asked people, why you was up there on the mountain? Oh, I was up there because the aquifer. I never like to mess with the aquifer. I was up there too because of that. Hey, why you up there? Oh, up there, get plenty EV. Get plenty cultural sites. That's why I'm up there. I said, oh, shoot, why you was up there? Oh, but I was up there because get the endangered bird, the Piʻilani bird, get the bug, the endangered bug, we cool bug, and get the plant, the silver sword. I up there for protect that. I said, hey, right on. Why you up there? Oh, I up there because I wanted them to take down 6. They never. Why you up there? I up there because, I like the revenues come to the Hawaiians. Not go just to STEM, you know what I mean? Right? We don't do, like, not all of us going to be engineers. So I said, boom, I got you. Okay. So what I did was, I took all the reasons why we was up there. And then I went to the different telescopes, because up there I had 13 telescopes, 22 structures. They took 2 down. Now get 11 telescopes, 18 structures. Okay, and the 2 they took down, that was in the millions of dollars for take 1 down. But that also had plenty of jobs for the people. Goodfellows was up there hiring locals. Was Big Island Fencing was making fence. Had haulers going down. Had cultural people, environmental people. So that had stimulated the economy a little bit. Okay. So I'd ask all the questions, and then finally I went to the 30-meter telescope guys, and I said, which telescopes is like nationally known? Because I believe best mountain, best science. So only get four up there. Keck 1 and 2, Gemini, Subaru. That's all. To me, everything else questionable should be decommissioned. Okay? But here's the deal. Originally, when the thing came out whenever it came out in the 70s and the 80s, in the contract, never have go decommission. So who gonna pay for that? So that's why I told TMT, if you guys do this, one is, if you mess with the aquifer, I'm out. If you mess with the cultural sites, I'm out. If you mess with the endangered species, I'm out. If that money don't get diversified and go to the local people, I'm out. If you don't put the decommission plan before you start and assign money to that, I'm out. And the lights that no can shine bright because of your stuff. If you cannot fix that ordinance, I'm out. I gave them plenty of reasons. And they're willing to work with us. So I'm on the authority. So my plan is, hey, if you like decommission, make them better for the mountain, you can use TMT as leverage. Because if TMT go away, what's the incentive for take anything down? No more incentive, because they don't more money. We ain't paying for it. State ain't paying for it. So you make the mountain better. Hey, put on your business hat. Use TMT as leverage. Then you get them all down. You get money going to the immersion schools. You get money for language, right? Hawaiian language, because now the feds, hey, can't say the word diversity, right? In the feds, right? Can't say equality or inclusion. Right? You think that currently the feds value Hawaiians and Hawaiian language and the culture? I don't think so. So we got to figure out one way for bringing revenue so we can maintain our culture. Now, that's only my plan, but I'm one of 11. Okay? Because on the authority, get me, get Lanakila Manguel, get, right? He's an activist. Get Noi Wong Wilson, get Pomai Berderman, okay, get Kalahua Krog. These are activists. Out of the 11, 8 of them is Kanaka, Maole. I'm Kanaka. So the decision that we're going to make, I think going to be super inclusive. I don't know what going to be because that's just my plan, but everybody else get on plan. So if you get on better plan on how for Hemo all that telescopes and make them better, please share. People say, oh, I like them all off the mountain. Who can pay for them? You know what I mean? So at least I come up with something that I think can work. But I'm also open to a different idea too. So I'm not tied to that idea as well. But hey, thank you so much. Hang out. We got our directors like talk stories. I think get Keaʻau over there. We're going to be here for another half hour. Love you folks. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Aloha.